Welcome to your horoscope for the weekend of February 14th through 16th. My name is Lori and I am your astrologer with Magic Me Scopes, here to give you some weekend inspiration and let you know what's going on. Today's a little bit more of a spiritual day. It's a little bit more of a day of connecting more inward, a little bit behind the scenes, not as far open or in the world as we usually are. We have the moon moving through Scorpio, and the moon has just come from Libra, which was about balancing and relationships and finding harmony. We have found some harmony within ourselves. There should be a little bit more energy going that way because we do have Jupiter starting to sextile up to Neptune, which is an amazingly positive, harmonic, and very beautiful energy up there in the sky. And the reason why we become more spiritual now is because we've gotten some answers. We've gotten some clues the past few days, the past few weeks that have given us some nodes towards where we're going in the future. And what I mean by nodes is the North Node. The North Node is about where we are destined to go in this lifetime. Not where we came from, but where we are going to. And Mercury has made a beautiful trine up to the North Node. And that's happened in this past week, in the past couple of days. And when it did, it gave us a little bit of an inkling or a clue as to some part of our future. What is going to happen in the future? Where am I going to go in the future? What do I want for the future? You see, our desires were coming a little bit more from Venus that's traversing through Aries. The Mars energy has given it a boost and made us passionate about what we want going forward. But it was more about how do we wrap our heads around this? And when Mercury trined up with a great energy towards the North Node, we got our first clue. And we definitely don't have all the answers, and there's definitely maybe some confusion around things and some other things that have to be uncovered. But today with the moon in Scorpio, we get to dig deep. We are more internal and we are behind the scenes uncovering more information regarding what we found out before. Now, the reason why this becomes so important is because Mercury will retrograde this Sunday. And when Mercury retrogrades, it will come back to this point that we are at, and it will go back to the point of where we received the information, which was Mercury trining the North Node. So it will trine the North Node for a second time. And at that point, we'll get even more clues to the puzzle that we're trying to solve, which is, what do I need and where's my destiny and where am I going in this future and where are all the pieces being put together? So this Mercury retrograde that we have happening is a more positive Mercury retrograde. The biggest advice I can give you for this Mercury retrograde is anything that you're thinking of doing, put an RE in front of it. Redo, rearrange, relook at, re-inspire, rewrite, reorganize. It's all about going over what we have thought of already, looked at already, put action in already. And now we get to mentally go over it again, but we've experienced it. We have a lot more knowledge now. And now we're able to get more steady and more stable and take these pieces to the puzzle and actually start putting them together. When Mercury comes out of retrograde towards the middle of March, around March 9th, it'll still be in its shadow for a little bit till about the 30th. But around March 9th, we'll have the third pass around of that Mercury to the North Node. And by that time, we should have the answers as to where that future is. So we're not too far off if you're looking for some kind of destiny point or what is my future, or you're just at that point that you know there's something new coming on. Now's the time where we're going to revisit and find out all of that information. Now, it is Valentine's Day here in the United States, and this is February 14th as I film this. And the most interesting thing is that Valentine's Day is here and the sun is in Aquarius. When the sun's in Aquarius, we more want to be with groups of people. We more want to be with the community. It's less of a romantic aspect that, maybe Leo would have a little bit more romance. Even Libra would have a little bit more of a relationship thing. So another word of advice for going through Valentine's Day is don't have any expectations. Expectations of having, this romantic hearts and flowers is usually where we find out that something might go wrong. It might not look the way we want it to. And the energies just says right now, go with the flow a little bit more and just enjoy it. It's a time to have fun. We do have more positive energy here. Jupiter, sextile Neptune, dreams and hopes and wishes for the future can absolutely get a boost, can get a lucky streak. This could push us even further with that North Node up to Mercury, giving us the information. It's all tying in together. So that's another great positive energy we have for the weekend. So we want to use all of this. But remember, as far as romance goes, it's not looking more on the romantic thing. So buying some hearts and flowers and chocolates for friends would definitely get you more of that energy, reciprocal energy that you would want back from other people. So that's what we're dealing with this weekend. It's a good thing. We'll revisit back on Mercury once it's in retrograde on Monday when we are back with our daily horoscopes. But because it's the weekend, I want to give a little bit more weekend wisdom. I am going to go for a tarot card. I'm going to pull a tarot card. So I use the Paulina Tarot because I really love the artwork of it. And I'm just going to shuffle up my cards right here. Shuffling them up. And we'll see which card for this weekend, the weekend of February 13th to 15th, what spiritually, because we are more spiritual right now. Jupiter and Neptune, Neptune's in Pisces, much more spiritual. Jupiter, the most spiritual, the guru. So that energy is bringing us to a little bit of an easier energy, a little bit inside. Look for those options. And what did we get? The Two of Pentacles in reverse. So what the Two of Pentacles in reverse shows me is that we could be a little bit more reckless right now. We're kind of more on the distracted path and not able to, if we look at the card facing upward, we could see that, he's balancing on the horse and he's juggling his beautiful stars or his balls or whatever he has. And it looks like he's a showman and he's going through. But when you turn it upside down, well, we lose a little bit more of that balance and we lose a little bit more of that stability, and we might not be able to juggle in the way that we are when we're more upright. So all it's saying is that we might be held back a little bit from our ability to move forward with a project, from our ability to do everything the way it needs to be done and to be as perfect as we want to be, balancing on the horse and juggling. So this is a perfect card, and I'm so happy this energy came out because this is a Mercury retrograde energy. This is saying, well, when Mercury is going at full speed ahead, we've got it all together. But when we turn it upside down, things can get a little out of balance, a little bit more chaotic, and it could slow us down from completing our path or from completing what we actually wanted to set forth to get done. And that's why Mercury retrograde is more of a time of stopping, resetting, re-looking at, redoing before we move forward with that final project. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you can subscribe, that would be even better, and share it with your friends. Let them know this energy that's going on for the weekend, and I will see you back here on Monday.